Okay, so artificial intelligence. We hear that term thrown around all the time, right? But do we really get what it is, and more importantly, where it's headed? Today, we're going to slice through all the noise and map out the incredible three-stage journey of AI, from the apps on your phone to a future that could totally change what it means to be human.
And here's the thing. You might not think of yourself as an AI person, but I promise you, you're using it constantly. It's that invisible little helper suggesting what to watch next on YouTube. It's the smarts inside your phone's camera that, like magic, finds every face in a group shot. It's already woven into the fabric of our lives.
And this is the really wild part. The AI we're all using right now, that's just the very beginning. It's literally just step one on this massive, world-altering three-stage journey. And if you want to understand the future, you've got to understand these stages.
All right, so let's start with what we know. Let's start right here, right now in stage one. This is what we call specialized intelligence. And yeah, it's the AI that's already running our world.
So what is specialized intelligence? Well, the name kind of gives it away, right? It's sometimes called narrow AI, and you can think of it as a one-trick pony. But here's the catch. It does that one trick better than any human ever could. It's a total genius in its own little bubble.
Let me give you a great way to picture this. Think about a world-class sushi chef, an absolute master. They can make the most incredible sushi you've ever had. But if your phone screen cracks and you hand it to them, they're going to be just as lost as the rest of us. That's specialized intelligence. Brilliant at its one job, and pretty much useless at anything else.
And trust me, these specialists, they are everywhere. You've got Deep Blue, the AI that beat the world chess champion, a genius at strategy, but it couldn't tell you a joke. You've got Siri and Alexa, who can pull up facts in a split second, but they don't understand what you're actually asking. They're all just masters of one very narrow thing.
So what's the big takeaway for stage one? It's simple. Right now, AI is just a tool. A ridiculously powerful tool. Yeah, but still just a tool. Kind of like a calculator or a hammer. We're the ones in control.
Okay, but what happens when AI stops being just a tool? What's next? Well, that brings us to stage two, artificial general intelligence. And this isn't just a small step up. It's a giant leap. It's the holy grail that every major tech company is racing towards. And the goal here, wow, it's so simple to say, but so hard to do. Create an AI that is, for all intents and purposes, as smart as a human being. This is what we call AGI. And unlike that specialized AI we just talked about, an AGI would be a total all-arounder. It could learn new things, it could reason, it could be creative, it could do pretty much any mental task that you or I could. To really wrap your head around this, let's imagine a little robot buddy. We'll call him AI-kun. If AI-kun was a real AGI, it could read a whole book and then actually discuss the characters and the plot with you. It could look in your fridge, see what you've got, and invent a totally new recipe from scratch. It could even learn to play the guitar just by watching a couple of videos. The real difference? It can actually think. And look, the potential for a breakthrough like this is, well, it's absolutely mind-blowing. Imagine an AGI that's a scientist. It could work 24/7, never sleeping, with perfect memory of every research paper ever written. The speed at which we could cure disease or solve climate change could just explode. Now, I know this all sounds like something out of a sci-fi movie, maybe 100 years from now, right? But get this. Some of the top experts in the field, they think AGI could be here as soon as 2030. That is right around the corner. But believe it or not, the journey doesn't even stop at human-level intelligence. There's one more stage, and this is where things get truly profound, maybe even a little scary. Stage 3, artificial superintelligence, or ASI. This is where we go way beyond human. So what is AI? It's an intellect that's not just a little bit smarter than us. We're talking vastly, incomprehensibly smarter than the most brilliant human who has ever lived, in basically every single field, from science to art to just social skills. So you got to be asking, how in the world does that even happen? Well, the theory is something called an intelligence explosion. Think about it. Once you have an AGI that's as smart as a human, it can start designing an even smarter AI. And that smarter AI can then design an even smarter one, and so on, in a chain reaction that could go from human level to godlike in a matter of days, or even hours. To really get a sense of the scale we're talking about, it's like this. If all of human intelligence, from Einstein to today, is a single candle, an ASI would be the sun. It's not just a little brighter, it's a completely different kind of thing. Now, the potential good that could come from this is, it's almost like magic. An ASI could maybe solve climate change overnight. It might figure out how to make us live to be 200 years old. It could probably answer questions about the universe that we don't even know how to ask yet.
But, and this is a huge but, with that kind of power comes unbelievable risk. The legendary physicist Stephen Hawking put it pretty bluntly. He, and a lot of other very smart people, warned that if we're not extremely careful, creating something that powerful could be the last thing humanity ever does.
Whew, okay, that was a lot. So that's the three-stage journey of AI, from a simple tool to something beyond our comprehension. Let's just do a super quick recap to lock it all in.
All right, let's break it down one last time. We started with SI, Specialized Intelligence. That's the AI that's good at one thing. That's where we are today. Next up is AGI, General Intelligence. That's an AI that's good at anything a human is. That's our near future. And finally, ASI, Superintelligence, the AI that's better than us at, well, everything. That is the great unknown.
And here's the most important thing to remember. This isn't just some sci-fi fantasy. This is happening right now. You, your generation, are going to be the ones who see AGI arrive and maybe, just maybe, witness the birth of ASI. So understanding this stuff isn't just interesting, it's essential.
So that leaves us with the biggest question of all, doesn't it? As we get closer and closer to creating an intelligence that can match our own, how does that make you feel? Does the thought of AGI fill you with excitement for the future? Or does it make you a little bit scared? It's definitely something to think about. Thanks for joining me.